guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm just making some 5-ingredient, 5-minute buttercream. This is a really simple recipe. Leave a like and a comment down below about what you guys think, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. The ingredients that you will need is 2 pounds of butter, 4 pounds of powdered sugar, some vegetable oil, some vanilla, and some icing shortening. If you do not want to spend $100 on 50 pounds worth of shortening though, then you can either buy a different brand of icing shortening or you can buy Crisco. When it comes to vanilla, we use the vanilla bean paste, but if you do not want to spend $135, then you can buy the vanilla extract for $38. When I worked at bakery, we would also make a buttercream called Swiss buttercream, but that specific recipe actually takes a couple hours to make, and we actually want to just ice up our cake today, so we are going to take the shorter version and we are just going to stick with making the American recipe. If you would like to see me do a separate video on how to make Swiss buttercream, honestly it's a lot better of a buttercream. It's a lot lighter and fluffier, and honestly it tastes like kind of like whipped cream because you're using egg whites in the Swiss. You're not going to get that really heavy sugary taste like you get in American buttercream, and that's really just the difference in quality. If you want to see how that video goes, leave a comment down below and maybe we can do a separate video on that. So back to making this recipe, we are going to start out by using our paddle attachment, then just dump in our softened butter, and we were going to beat that until it's light and fluffy, and then add in our 1 3/4 cup of shortening. Blend this together for high speed for 2 minutes until it's really light and fluffy. Once that's done, turn it down to speed 1, and we are going to slowly add in our sugar because you do not want to add in your sugar at high speed, because then all your sugar is just going to go flying everywhere. And just a reminder, 1 bag of sugar is 2 pounds and we want 4 pounds, so we're just going to add in half the sugar for right now. And if you want at this time, you can add in a tablespoon of salt. I think it makes a really big difference and it's going to cut down on that really sugary taste, but if you really like that really sweet taste, then you can leave out the salt, just your preference. While that's mixing, in a separate cup, I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of water and a 1/2 cup of oil. Depending on humidity, you will either use all or almost all of the mixture of the oil water base. It just depends on where you are and how thick you really like your own buttercream. Once you add in some of that water mixture, then you are going to add in your last 2 pounds of powdered sugar. For your last step, you're just going to add in your 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Once this is all combined, you're just going to scrape down the sides and let this beat for an additional 2 minutes on high speed. Now it's time to check if you've actually done your buttercream correctly. So there are a couple of different textures. For this first example, this one is pretty stiff. You can tell because it doesn't want to spread very smoothly and it's still kind of clumping together. If it's too hard, then I recommend just putting it back in the bowl and adding a little bit extra water. Don't add in more oil. It's going to change the overall taste. So just add in a little bit more water at a time, only because if you do not add in water, it's just going to get even more stiff as time progresses. And when you are going to ice that cake, your hand is going to start cramping up. For the second example, obviously this one is way too liquidy, so you can help this one by just adding some more sugar, and depending on how much sugar you're going to add, you will want to go back, taste it, and then just add like a little bit more vanilla. One helpful hint is that you do not want your cream to be too soft, because when you add your 2 layers of cake, your 2 layers will eventually start sliding in 2 different directions, or it's just going to smush together like a sandwich and it's going to actually start bulging in the middle and you will actually see a rim, and it's not going to look pretty. For the last example, this is actually the perfect consistency, and you can tell because it's going to just smooth nicely across your cake. And with a little bit of practice and you get the right consistency, you are ready to ice up some cakes. If you want to learn how to ice up a cake, then you can either click the link above or the link in the description below. Also, check out some of my other videos. Leave a comment down below if you try this recipe at home. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.